I've not been on the Trycraft server for the last couple of weeks because I've not been too well, so I've not done a great deal. But what I have done, I've finished off the house. On the outside I've got some gardens around, growing some crops. We've got beetroot, carrot and wheat growing there. We've also got some melons. I've built a custom tree just to add some decoration, and I've also built a little pond. Still got to get fish for that, and I've still got to finish the gardens. Hello everybody, FLASHRABBIT here again on the Trycraft server. I've not been here for a couple of weeks because I've not been too well, so it's absolutely brilliant to be back. It's nice to see you. Welcome back. Like I said in the intro, I've done some work on the house. I'll turn around and I'll show it you. Whoops. We've got some decoration at the front door now with these oak leaves on oak fence posts in a composter. We've got them full of compost as well, so it looks like soil. We've got some crops growing as well. We've got beetroot, carrots, wheat and melons over here. And I'm going to put a little pumpkin patch here as well. We've got some bushes made out of oak leaves just for decoration. I want to do some more around the back. I've not really finished it. The path's going to go all the way around as well. I've built a custom tree. Now I'm not the best at custom trees, but I keep trying and I can only get better, right? At least that's the theory. We've got some bone milled areas at the back there just to give a little bit of height and variation. We've got some little flowers just to give some colour, and we've got some sugarcane growing here. Now I didn't want the sugarcane to grow 3 blocks high, so what I've done, I've put some string on the top, and that prevents the sugarcane from growing any higher than 2 blocks. It also works with bamboo, that string trick, and if you stand back from it you can't see it. It's absolutely brilliant, love it. Got some window boxes just for colour at the side of the houses, shutters on the windows, some more crops here, and we've got a mighty great big giant spruce growing there, because if you know me, you know I like a bit of spruce wood. So that's what that is. It's just a makeshift tree farm for the moment. In here I've got all my essentials. I've got a furnace, brewing stand, cartography table, crafting table and stone cutter. I've got a few chests or a few barrels for my gear there. And upstairs, very minimalistic, still not done a great deal up here. We need to get some more decoration in here to make it more homely. But it's coming along rather nicely, I think. And we've got this path here now that runs from the original start house all the way up to the main house. And I think this will probably become sort of a storage barn or something like that. So today's job, I want to build our auto food farms. I want to get our cow cooker, our pig cooker and our chicken cooker. Now the cow and pig cookers won't be automatic, they'll be semi-automatic, because of course you've still got to feed the animals in order to make them work, because it works on the crushing mechanic. The chicken cooker however will be automatic, and as long as we're in the area and the chunk's loaded, the chicken cooker will keep doing its thing until the end of time basically, so we should have plenty of chicken and we shouldn't have to worry too much about food. Now I know I should be eating carrots, and I will eat my carrots because I'm a good rabbit, but let's face it, steak and chicken's better, isn't it? Just don't tell anybody. So I'm going to grab my stuff and we'll crack on and we'll get these auto farms built. So this is where I've chosen to build the meat cookers, the chicken cooker, the pig cooker and the cow cooker. I've cleared a little bit of the land away. I'm building them just a little bit away from the house because they're noisy, these farms, especially when you feed the pigs and the cows, and the chickens do nothing but squawk all day, so I don't want to be listening to that every time I go into my house, so I'm going to do it a little bit away. Now I've got to clear some of this grass away, and I just wanted to show you a method that I picked up somewhere along the line. I don't know where, to be honest with you. I don't know who initially came up with it, but it's an absolute lifesaver. You can clear large swathes of land very quickly just by placing down water. Now depending on where you place the water, it will find its quickest route down essentially. So if I put some water here on the side of this block, it's not going to spread, it's just going to go straight down. But if I put it on top of the grass, it spreads that little bit further. So again, on top of this piece of grass, and it spreads and it breaks everything in its path. It'll break torches, it'll break flowers, grass, you name it. So it's a very quick and easy way to clear out areas of land, rather than going punching every piece of grass that you can see, because it can sometimes take an absolute lifetime. Oh, good grief, going for a swim then. So this is what I'm going to do. I think once I've built the farms up, I'm going to build the farms to begin with, and then I'm going to maybe build a building around them, so I know what I'm playing with. And I think I'm going to go for some kind of barn. It seems to fit the idea of the meat farms, really, doesn't it? A barn. So I think I'll build some sort of a barn in this area. Not quite sure what it's going to look like, because if you're familiar with my style of building, you will know that I wing it an awful lot. And it's going to be no different in this case. Right, so let's get on with this now. I'm going to put the first farm here. Okay, so I recorded me building this cow cooker, but for some reason the audio didn't move on. It just recorded one frame all the way through. So I'm going to build another one at the side of it, but with pigs this time, and it's exactly the same design. There's nothing different, so you're not really missing anything. Right, okay, so let's move along and we'll make this pig cooker. So we start by putting down our little chamber for our pigs, and we come up 3 with our blocks there. That's 2, that's 3. And then on the front of it we put some glass. You don't have to use glass, you can use whatever building blocks you want. I just like to be able to see inside because I'm a bit gruesome like that. Right, okay, so these farms work on the cramming mechanic. I think I said crushing mechanic. I think cramming sounds a little bit better, doesn't it? So once the maximum entity number has been reached inside the one block that these guys will stand on, they end up getting crushed. And that's the way we collect our meat. Dug out this and I didn't need to, so let's put that back there. Right, okay, so what we need to do is get a chest, first of all. In there. It just needs to be a single chest. You'll see why in a minute. So we'll put a single chest there. I need to break that as well. Oh, I'm getting all ahead of myself. Now we need some hoppers. And we get a hopper and we put a hopper into the back of that chest. I'm going to have to crouch and jump. That's the way I've done it. The little nozzle goes into the chest. As long as it's going into the chest, anything that falls into that hopper will go into that chest. Right, so now we need to come down here and across here a little bit. We're going to put another hopper leading into a smoker. So we need a hopper going into the side of that with a little nozzle, so everything that falls into the hopper there will go into this chest, into this hopper and into this smoker. And then we need to come down one more like that, and I'm going to put a double chest here simply because I like plenty of storage space. I don't like to have to keep moving it. So then we need another hopper feeding into that chest, so that it just filters straight the way through and we end up with cooked steak in this chest, which is absolutely wonderful. Let's leave that out. I was going to cover that up, but we'll leave it out. And then we just need a little staircase out of here. So let's get rid of that, and then we can get down there quite easily to get our stuff. And that, in principle, is the whole thing. So now we need to come to the back and build up a little staircase so we can get up on top. I'm going to take some water, I'm going to put some water down there like that. Now, the next thing we need is pigs. So I'm going to grab my carrots and we're going to get some pigs over here. There's one there. But what? Oh no, there's 2. That could do us really, but I'll grab all of these and then my inventory's a mess because in the bit that didn't record I got absolutely mullered by a baby zombie. He nicked all my armour and just killed me time after time after time. And it was a real struggle to get it back, but I managed to snipe him from my bedroom window eventually. But goodness me, it was... I'm really disappointed that it didn't record properly because it was actually quite funny. Never mind. Oh, fall back. Oh. See, that's what you get for not looking where you're going, Flash. Come on. I don't know whether you're boys or girls, but either way, you're pink. I love my pink meat. Right, okay, let's just quickly, I should have done this, oh, wrong place. I should have done this beforehand really. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to build a little platform here, just to make it a little easier and give myself a little bit more space to get these pigs in, because bless them, they're a little bit simple and don't always do what you want them to do. Right, okay, carrots back. Come here, love, lad, whatever you are. Come on, we'll call you Curly Tails. Come on. Ah, for goodness sake, I didn't want that to happen. Ah! In you go. Brilliant. Right, we're done. Okay, so to get that piece of glass on there, put fence posts on here to stop doofuses like me from falling in the hole. Because when you're up here feeding them, it's very easy to fall into that hole. I'm going to go home, I'm going to sleep and get rid of all these nasties. Now, the next farm I'm going to build is a chicken cooker. And this is designed by Frilios, who's part of the CAVECRAFT team. I'm sure you are very well aware of who he is. Okay, so we need to dig down for this one, and we need to place a chest. I'm going to make it a double chest, just again same reason as before. I like to have plenty of storage. You can make it a single chest if you like. So we need to put the nozzle pointing into the chest there like that. A little nozzle there leads into the chest, and that way anything that goes into the hopper will flow into the chest. Now, on top of your chest, you need to put down an upside down stair. So to do that, we're going to build up a little around the cooker. So let's put some blocks there, and a block there, and put an upside down stair there. You can either do it that way if you like, or you can come around the back. Nobody there. And do it that way, so it all looks flush at the front. It looks like a solid block from the front. And then in front of it, if you get like this, just dig down there, and then from behind, just stick a step or a stair in there like that. Now I need to put some more blocks in here like that. I need to go and get a rail. I'll be back in a minute. You crouch and pop a rail on there, and then you can get your hopper minecart and stick that on there. Now we've got to come around this side and just take out that block, because we need to get the rail underneath there like that, so it sits nice and neatly on top of the hopper. Now at the back here, we're going to put a dispenser down like that, and another one on top like that. Fill in these sides. Put down an upside down stair. Oh, I need to break that again. Put in an upside down stair from this side like that, so it all looks flush at the front like that. In fact, what we can do, we can make these two side panels here glass, so we can just see inside and see what's going on. We can see the workings. And then we're going to put a bit of sand on there, it will fall down and create a floor on top of your hopper minecart. And then we need to grab a slab, pop that on top there. So here is where your baby chicks are going to stand once the eggs are dispatched from this dispenser here. Basically they're going to be shot out into this half slab, and because they're being shot out into half slab they'll break, and obviously you've got a random chance of a baby chick. In this top dispenser here we're going to put a bucket of lava, because when the chicks grow up this bucket of lava will be dispensed, and because the chicks reach this height, the lava will cook them, and all of the drops, the feathers and the cooked chicken will end up in this chest. So at the back of this now we need to build our feeder chicken cubicle. So boom 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 boom, and on this block here, on this hopper, are going to stand your feeder chickens. So for now I'm going to build a little staircase up there like that. So now it's time to go and get our chickens. So in order to leave chickens to the cooker we're going to need some seeds, and I think, have I got any in there? Yeah, I've got some in there. So we'll take our seeds and we'll leave them. Ah! So knew I'd do that. Okay, the next job we've got to do is to put a comparator on the back of that hopper there. When anything goes into the hopper it's going to create a redstone signal, and this is going to detect it, as you just saw there, and that's what we need to pull out the redstone signal. Right, okay, so we need to put a frame around this now. If you want you can put some glass here as well so you can see the feeder chickens. Personally I'm not bothered, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, now I need to be careful here because I actually cocked up. You need to put an observer there, that block there, which is basically keeping the chickens in place on top of this hopper. So I had to break the block, let them all escape, put the observer in and get them all back in again. Plonker, I don't know. That's essentially the chicken cooker finished. The other thing I need to do, I need to take out that and make it a stair, because I'm putting it back. I replaced it with a solid block, and that won't do because it won't go so from the chest. Can you know? I'm going to break this as well. Okay, that's it. There we go. Goes back in there. There, like that. And that's essentially it all finished. Put some glass in there so we can see the so we can see the chicks. So we can see the chicks burn. No, it's gruesome, but it's necessary. Okay, so the next thing to do is to put a bit of light in here. Over your baby chickens, you need to put glowstone, you can put a jack-o'-lantern, you can put sea lantern, whatever you like. Doesn't really matter, just put some light in, because basically this is going to dispense lava, and if it does it at night it's going to cause a lighting update, which is going to contribute to lag. So Gobby isn't going to be too happy with that, so we'll make sure that there's no lighting update lag. So then we need to put an observer there like that. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is just put a bit of redstone on. A bit of redstone there and a bit of redstone there, and that's it. Job done. So when these baby chicks grow up, the lava will dispense, kill them, and all the cooked chicken and feathers will end up in this chest here. So we've got a constant supply of food now, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's all the auto farms complete for now. So like I said in the beginning, I'm going to build a barn around these. So because they're not the most attractive for buildings, are they? So I'm going to build a barn so it looks a little bit more attractive. We've got rogue chickens everywhere. I'm going to round those up, I think, and maybe have them for dinner. Who knows? But for now, I think we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every time you come along. If you like the episode, please press the like button. And if you've really liked it, please consider subscribing because it helps the channel out loads. And if you don't want to miss any of my uploads in the future, press the bell icon and I'll be sure to let you know the next time I upload a video. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.